Dramatic and distressing scenes in the upper house today where Liberal Senator Sarah Henderson was reduced to tears after being subjected to what she says were disgraceful comments from Labor Senator Murray Watt. Let's have a look at how this unfolded, and I've got to say I'm not terribly impressed with the manner and tone in which the Senate President, the Speaker, Sue Lyons, addressed Senator Henderson, who was obviously distressed.
Order! 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 Senator Cash, just a moment. Senator Henderson, please resume your seat. I will come back to you. I've asked you to resume your seat, Senator Henderson. I've asked you to resume your seat. Senator Cash, I'm going to ask you to withdraw that remark.
I withdraw.
Thank you. Senator Henderson.
President, Senator Watt said the most disgraceful thing, and he's to withdraw it. I am disgusted in you.
Thank you, Senator Henderson. I did not hear the remark, but in the interests of the Senate, I'm going to ask you to withdraw.
Madam President, I withdraw. I refer to the text messages that Senator Henderson said. That's what I said. I withdraw.
Thank you. Thank you. Order. Order.
Now, I can't tell you what was said. You just heard Senator Watt say his comments were in relation to text messages that Sarah Henderson had sent. These were sent to John Pasuto, urging him not to sack Moira Deeming or throw her out of the party room. Fairly sound advice for the hapless Victorian Liberal leader, I would have thought. Now, Senator Henderson hasn't provided further detail on what caused her to be so upset, but she did offer this insight.
The precise words uttered by Senator Watt will be seared into my memory for a very long time. Any attempt to distort and recharacterise his interjection only compounds the damage. The only words Senator Watt should be saying are, "I unconditionally apologise."
I did not intend to upset Senator Henderson, and that's why I withdrew my remarks, as did Senator Cash when she withdrew remarks that she made against me. We all want this place to be a safe and respectful workplace. None of us want to see our colleagues in distress.
At a time when the treatment of women, particularly in Parliament House, has been elevated to a top-line issue by Labor and the wider left, it is incredible that the loudest members of the sisterhood, the leftist feminist pundits and politicians, well, they're silent. Where is their support for Senator Henderson, who was reduced to tears on the Senate floor? Where is the condemnation of comments that reduced a strong woman to weep as she stood up to defend herself, demanding an apology? Meanwhile, we have another senator who behaved appallingly again yesterday, and instead of being condemned by the Albanese government, former Green Lydia Thorpe is having the likes of Minister Linda Burney expressing support.
I've seen the footage, Patricia, and it's disturbing and concerning. The incident has been reported to the AFP Professional Standards Unit, and they will make a determination about that.
What did you find disturbing about it?
My concern was is for Lydia. I hope she's getting the support that she should get.
Concern for Lydia? That's the same Lydia Thorpe who lunged at a female speaker and had to be restrained by police. Let's have a look at how this drama began.
They know what biological sex is, and they celebrate women like myself.
And let's have a look at that from a different angle. Now, federal police are investigating what happened and we await their findings, but to have Linda Burney see footage like that and then express concern for Lydia Thorpe and not the women who were being attacked for wanting to speak, not the police just doing their job, but for the activist senator who has a history of antagonising police. Let's not forget, it was only 4 weeks ago when police were forced to intervene at the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras when Thorpe lay down in front of what she thought was a police float. After pulling Thorpe to her feet, police opted to back away from her as she aggressively wagged her finger in their faces. The 49-year-old was then removed from the parade at the request of event organisers. And last year, Thorpe behaved aggressively towards Victoria Police. This was during a protest against the deportation of violent criminals. In a disgraceful verbal tirade, Thorpe called the officers criminals and a bunch of other choice words. And yet we've seen police in New South Wales and Victoria and now the ACT treating the senator with kid gloves.